Hello, welcome to IB Biology Internal Assessment Ideas. Now, as you can see in the video, we have a neem seedling growing in the twig of a mango tree. And as you can see, some of the mango leaves have freshly fallen one and some dried ones are collected in the crevice of this mango tree, and that will lead to the formation of some humus or soil that can support the growth of this neem tree. And if this tree is compatible with the biology of the neem, then probably the roots of the neem will sink into the tree. We'll see how this develops. But clearly, there are several questions that we can ask. We can decide to take the growth patterns of this neem seedling growing in the crevice of the mango tree, or we can also take a look at the ones that are growing also on the ground near the mango tree. Now, alternatively, the question we have to ask ourselves, how this neem seedling came growing here. Of course, come quickly to the issue of seed and fruit dispersal. So it could have been carried by the beak of a bird or through its fecal matter, or bats, because we have some bats here as well, and therefore the suspicion is that because now these fruits are quite big and not easily transported by the wind. Now, to justify that, you can see that the neem tree is about 100 or so meters away from this particular mango tree, and so that is the only neem tree that is quite close here to say that the fruits are from this particular neem tree. Of course, there are other neem trees around, but this is the closest, as you can see from this location of the mango tree. Now, there are quite a number of neem seedlings that are also growing away from the major mother plant. As you can see here, we have one growing in there, we have another over here again. So we can also carry out the distances that these neem trees or these neem seedlings are growing away from the mango plant and also away from the parent plant, and indeed compare them to the one that is growing in the twig of this mango plant. As you can see, let me push it away slightly. You can see how the stem has already become brown with the development of the bark at this early stage of the seedling. That tells you how long these seedlings have been here. Now let's take a walk away from this mango tree and go to another section of the house and to another tree that is also allowing some of the neem seedlings to grow under it. So this is a chestnut tree, and right under the chestnut tree we have quite a couple of ornamental plants, but particularly let's focus on our neem seedlings. As you can see, a lot of seedlings are growing here and there, all of them here, all neem seedlings there, and of course there and there and there. So again, when we lift our head again, we can see that the neem tree is again about roughly 100 meters away from this chestnut tree, and then the neem seedlings are growing under the chestnut tree. So this is a lot of investigative work that we can come up with. We can come up with several IA ideas. We want to maybe focus on ecology and investigate dispersal. You can focus on how the seedlings are growing away from each other. You can decide to measure their growth patterns of each of the seedlings with time. Fortunately, we are still in the raining season, so we expect that these seedlings, once they are not disturbed, will grow with time. And then also you can compare these ones to the ones growing in the mango tree. So there are several investigations that can be done. So it is important that looking at the new IA instructions, you can come up with several ideas at home, and therefore you need to look around your environment and be more curious of what is going on in your environment, and be able to come up with very interesting IA ideas. So this is our first video. We'll come up with subsequent new ones that will give us more ideas and insight into how to come up with internal assessment ideas, indeed practical ideas, whether for IB or A-level. So see you next time. This has been Howell.